The Silly Spaghetti Showdown. In the delightful town of Tasteville, where the streets were paved with chocolate and the trees grew candy apples, everyone was always excited to try new flavors and dishes. So when the annual Tasteville Cook-Off was announced, the townsfolk buzzed with anticipation. Brie and Benny, two young friends who loved cooking, decided to enter the competition together. They were determined to make the most scrumptious spaghetti dish ever and win the coveted Golden Spoon trophy. As the competition neared, Brie and Benny spent hours in the kitchen, testing recipes and perfecting their dish. They soon discovered that making the ultimate spaghetti was no easy task. They tried adding unicorn sprinkles, dragon hot sauce, and even rainbow marshmallows, but nothing seemed to work. One day, as they were rummaging through Brie's pantry, they stumbled upon a dusty, old cookbook. It was titled, The Secret Recipes of the Silly Chefs. Intrigued, they opened the book and found a recipe for Silly Spaghetti Surprise. Excited to try the recipe, they gathered the ingredients and started cooking. They soon realized that the recipe had some very peculiar instructions. It called for them to hop on one foot while stirring, wear oven mitts on their ears, and sing their favorite songs in silly voices. Despite the odd instructions, Brie and Benny decided to give it a try. They hopped, sang, and giggled as they prepared the dish, and before they knew it, the spaghetti was done. To their delight, the pasta was the most delicious thing they had ever tasted. The day of the competition finally arrived, and Tasteville was buzzing with excitement. The air was filled with the sweet aroma of cupcakes, the tangy scent of pickles, and the mouth-watering smell of pizza. Brie and Benny confidently set up their station, ready to make their silly spaghetti surprise. As they began cooking, the other competitors and judges couldn't help but notice their strange techniques. They hopped, sang, and laughed while they stirred their magical sauce. The crowd began to gather around them, captivated by their hilarious performance. However, Brie and Benny soon discovered that cooking under pressure was more challenging than they expected. Brie accidentally knocked over a jar of pickles into the sauce, while Benny slipped on a rogue tomato, causing him to toss a handful of cheese into the air. Despite the mishaps, the two friends continued to cook, laugh, and have fun together. When the time came to present their dish, they were surprised to see that their silly spaghetti surprise had transformed into a beautiful, colorful, and delicious masterpiece. The judges were amazed by Brie and Benny's creation, and they unanimously declared them the winners of the Golden Spoon trophy. The crowd cheered for the two young chefs, who had not only cooked up a fantastic dish but also entertained everyone with their light-hearted approach. From that day on, Brie and Benny became the talk of the town, and their silly spaghetti showdown was a story that brought joy to everyone who heard it. The two friends learned that sometimes, the most important ingredient in cooking, and in life, is laughter and the joy of sharing it with others.